Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dave from BC Bushcraft here. Uh, Today's video, I'm gonna just go over a new backpack that I got. My camera was just falling over. So the new backpack that I got, it's the Miltech, I think Molle Assault Pack. It's a 36-liter bag. I actually just saw this on Amazon when I was just browsing through some stuff, and it was $50, $55 Canadian, something like that. I'm sure it's a little cheaper in the States or whatever. I took a look at it, liked it, and ordered it. And it took forever to come, it took months, but finally came here, and I decided to just give you guys a preview. I haven't really used it much, but I packed it up, and I'll just kind of go through the bag. So the bag is, as it says, 36 liters. It's got great straps on it. You got a waist belt, sturdy waist belt here. One thing that's missing is a chest strap, but you could easily just connect, jimmy rig something on yourself, paracord, whatever you want to make your own. Something like that is very easy to overcome. This backpack has lots of Molle webbing on it. You can attach all sorts of things. I just put my bayonet on by slipping it through this thing here. So you can attach all sorts of different pouches, axes, knives, whatever you want, gear, sleeping bags, to this thing. If you got some dry bags and stuff, you could easily connect it onto the bottom here with some paracord. It's not really big enough down here to just slip something through. You might be able to get away with a small foam pad or something like that. So that's kind of one thing I don't really like, is this loop's kind of small, but you can just make your own. There's lots of things on this bag that you could just work around because it's quite well designed. You have a pouch back here, Velcro. Easily put a bladder, water bladder in there. I don't have one in there now, but it's something that I'm going to be doing in the future. This bag, I don't really like to do reviews, but I thought I'd just show the inside and outs of this bag. This bag opens up really nicely. That's one thing. Molly, come over here. Over here. Good girl. This bag opens up really nicely. I forgot to have that in there, but it's actually very spacious once you get this bag open. When it comes to you, it looks tiny. It looks like a little high school backpack almost, right? But you start shoving this thing full, and it just expands out here, and it's very comfortable on your back, even when it expands out like that, which is an amazing thing. You can see some of the stuff that I can fit in here. I got my sleeping pad in there, so I can keep it dry. I got a liter of water, folding saw that's busted, but it's whatever. Free from work, so I got my cordage, I got paracord, I got my jupe twine, and some bungees. Got my Fisker axe, and I got a tarp in there. And it's just, and I think this one's 10 by 12 or something. So that fits in there quite nicely when it's all folded up. I don't mind if it gets a little damp in there. I threw this in here. This is a drop sheet, but it's plastic, so you could throw this down on wet ground or kind of create one of those super shelters with something like that. This is 8 by 12, so a sheet of plastic like that is quite useful out here. I'm not very super traditional with my stuff where I don't use things like that. Just if the price is right, then I'll use it. So this pouch is it's the biggest pouch, obviously, and you can kind of fit some of your bulkier things in here. And there's a little pouch in the back here behind that tarp. It's quite small, but something that you can put your wallet in, keys, whatever, and it's inside this kind of waterproofing, which is quite nice. So that's your main pouch. You can fit quite a bit of gear in there. So I don't have any food in here, but there's plenty of space for me to put more stuff. And this is just kind of an example of what you can do with this bag and what I will be doing with this bag. Because this will be my overnighter hiking several day type deal backpack. I wanted something small because I like keeping things simple, and it kind of forces you to keep things simple when you don't have a huge giant backpack. You can't bring a whole bunch of clutter with you, which is one thing that I like. I just have a cheap stainless steel bottle in there just to show you the kind of space. So you got I would say two main compartments. This big one here, which opens up really nicely, which is what you just saw. This one here opens up more like your standard backpack. I have my first aid kit in there and my cooking stuff down on the bottom with, some standard little things in there. This pouch is quite spacious too. You got a few of these little things that you can put bits and bobs, whatever you want. Maybe when I get more set up with this bag, I'll figure out a configuration that I like. But really, this video is just to show you guys that how easy this is to pack. Molly, no, come over here. My dog's wandering off, so not too far. You have two more pouches, one here and one here. As you can see, I've attached some carabiners and stuff. These things are useful for various things. In here, I just kind of put things that I would like to grab. I got my ferrocerium rod that I made, just tucked in there. Got my headlamp, flashlight, that sort of deal. Things that I don't want to be scrounging around in my backpack for. That's quite accessible. So, you can choose whatever you want to be putting in these pouches. You can have one just your medical stuff. You can have one your light, things that you want to grab really easily. These are the pockets that you want. So, fire, whatever it is. I just decided to keep my medical in this one because it's so, yeah, anyways. In this pouch I got my scout kit, which has a bunch of essential items and a compass, whistle, rope, a power bar, and stuff like that. Something that, if need be, I could survive off of. I have a tinder pouch in there. Various just tinder, match, char cloth, fat wood, that sort of deal. That's if you get stuck, you can get stuck out here. And then I got a bit of a sharpening kit in here. I got a file, some cloth that's wrapped up, and I got a diamond sharpener in here. I'm going to be putting some oil in there and a little stone and stuff. But that's just to sorry guys, my audio kind of cut out, and I'm not really sure why until I got back home, so I couldn't finish it for you guys out there. But nonetheless, let's see, I was in this pouch or something and was just showing my I think I was just showing this guy here. It's just sharpening kit, you know. So basically, I kind of showed you all the compartments anyways when I was out in the woods. And, you know, this backpack has a lot of space, especially for the price and everything. Like, I mean, for $50 Canadian or whatever it is, I'm not sure how much it is US, probably a little cheaper for you guys than for me, but it's a no-brainer. Like, this thing is awesome. It's perfect for your solo overnights, even for a little longer stays, for day hikes, you know. It's made of, you know, it's got good stitching. The zippers are sturdy, lots of webbing. Like, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong with this thing. It's very comfortable. Like, these straps are very comfortable. It sits on your back very comfortable. Like, I don't have any issues with it so far. You can attach all these different pouches, you know. You find some pouches on Amazon for your water bottle or whatever. Attach them to your side. You know, you can make this bigger than you want. You can strap on sleeping bags on the bottom. I mean, the options are endless. It's kind of what your imagination with all this webbing, right? You can attach anything you want. So I highly recommend it. I'm very happy I got this thing. Yeah, with that being said, this is Dave from BC Bushcraft. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Miltech Molle Assault Backpack. I think it's something like that. The 36-liter one. Comes in different colors than the one I have. I got the olive one. I think there's like a kind of sandy beige colored one and maybe camel probably. Black, I think, is another one. So you got your color options too with this thing. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and then I'll catch you in the next one.